Aldon Smith's tragic passing has sparked deep concern and speculation, particularly among his former teammates and devoted fans of the San Francisco 49ers. What really happened on that fateful day? The details surrounding his death are murky, and the implications could be far-reaching. As we dive into this heartbreaking story, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from, and what are your thoughts on Aldon's legacy? On June 13th, at around noon, Aldon Smith was discovered unresponsive in the passenger seat of Amir Shirazi's truck. Shirazi claimed that just an hour prior, everything seemed fine, but in the brief moment he stepped into his house to turn on the lights, Smith's life was unexpectedly cut short. The suggestion that he died of natural causes raises eyebrows, especially since the toxicology report has yet to come to light. This is a critical detail that fans and analysts alike should keep in the forefront of their minds. Adding to the complexity of this situation is the skepticism expressed by former 49ers safety Donte Whitner, who, with palpable emotion, voiced his doubts about Shirazi's account. In a recent video, he opened up about the shocking nature of the news he received following Smith's death. Whitner described receiving distressing images and videos from teammates that portrayed Smith in alarming circumstances, slumped over in the front seat and lying on the ground with medical equipment around him. The fact that such sensitive images were circulating among their circle is both disturbing and troubling. Whitner candidly stated, "Aldon's death was a tragedy. He was our brother. He was an extremely talented football player. But more so, he was a human being." It's a poignant reminder that beneath the helmet and jersey, these players share a bond that goes beyond the game. Whitner's heartache is evident as he reflects on the shocking way the news was relayed to him, suggesting a lack of respect for Smith's memory. "I have to tell the truth. I have to say what I saw, because it's traumatizing," he lamented. "This isn't just about football. It's about a life lost, a brotherhood fractured, and unanswered questions that linger in the air." The official narrative from Shirazi indicates a benign morning spent delivering pizzas to a homeless shelter, which further complicates the narrative. But the skepticism from Whitner raises significant questions about the circumstances surrounding Smith's death. Were there factors that contributed to this tragedy that have yet to be revealed? It's hard not to speculate, especially when former teammates are calling for accountability and transparency. As fans, we must understand the gravity of this situation. Smith was not just a player. He was a figure who represented hope, talent, and potential within the 49ers organization. His sudden death is not only a personal loss to those who knew him, but also a blow to a fan base that admired his skills on the field. The 49ers community deserves closure, and the family deserves answers. Moving forward, it will be crucial to see how authorities handle this investigation. Will they take Whitner's concerns seriously? Will they uncover the truth behind the events leading to Smith's untimely demise? As we await answers, we honor Aldon Smith's legacy and remember the impact he had on the game and the lives of those around him. This is just the beginning of an unfolding narrative that touches on the very core of what it means to be part of the 49ers family. Now, let's transition to our next news item, which will continue to explore the dynamics within the team and how they are coping with the loss of one of their own. As we dive deeper into the upcoming 2026 season, one thing is clear: the San Francisco 49ers are a team shrouded in intrigue and uncertainty. With a dramatic roster shakeup that saw key veterans depart and new faces brought in, the expectations surrounding this franchise are as diverse as the opinions of the fans. Where are you watching from, and what are your thoughts on the 49ers' chances this season? Leave your comments below. The common narrative among analysts is that while the 49ers have demonstrated their resilience, especially last season when they battled through a slew of injuries to make the playoffs, their trajectory moving forward is anything but predictable. The recent influx of older players has raised valid concerns about the longevity of the team's Super Bowl window. It's a tricky balance. Can they still compete at the highest level with a mix of seasoned veterans and younger talent? Former three-time Super Bowl champion LeGarrette Blount recently weighed in, suggesting that the 49ers could indeed be a dark horse in 2026. "I'm on that train too," Blount stated on Good Morning Football. His endorsement hinges on the addition of players like Mike Evans, whom he describes as a dog, indicating that this big-name acquisition could provide the spark San Francisco needs. Pairing Evans with emerging talents like Christian Kirk and Ricky Pearsall adds depth and skill to the offense, making it a potentially lethal unit. But let's not forget the elephant in the room: injuries. The 49ers have been plagued by them in recent seasons, and while Blount highlights the returning quarterback and the all-purpose prowess of Christian McCaffrey, we have to ask, can they stay healthy? If they can, then yes, The 49ers have all the tools necessary to be one of the most explosive offenses in the league. However, that if looms large over the entire season. The NFC West is notoriously challenging, and while some may rank the 49ers third in the division at the moment, that does not eliminate them from playoff contention. The landscape is ever-changing, and every game will be a test of their resilience and adaptability. As we analyze the state of the team, it's crucial to recognize that the city by the bay does have areas that need improvement. Whether it's solidifying the offensive line or ensuring that the defense remains a formidable force, the 49ers must address these gaps to truly capitalize on their talent. The combination of high expectations and the need for growth creates a compelling narrative as we move further into the season. With all that said, the stage is set for an electrifying season. Can the 49ers harness their potential and navigate the challenges ahead? The upcoming games will reveal much about their character and capability. Now, as we transition to the next segment, let's take a closer look at the potential impact of the recent draft picks and how they could shape the future of this storied franchise.
In a surprising twist for the San Francisco 49ers, there's chatter around the potential for a contract revision for starting cornerback Deommodore Lenoir, just months after he signed an extension that keeps him in the Bay through the 2029 season. Where are you watching from, and what do you think about this situation? Let's dive in. The buzz comes from Bleacher Report's Mo Moton, who pinpointed Lenoir as the most crucial candidate for a contract extension as we look ahead to the 2026 season. It's a head-scratcher, given that the 49ers are not in immediate danger regarding his contract, yet it underscores a growing sentiment that Lenoir has exceeded the expectations attached to his current deal. After all, he's become a pivotal figure in the 49ers' secondary, and his performance has certainly warranted a discussion about financial recognition. Moton emphasized, Lenoir signed a new contract in 2024, but you can make the case that he's at least earned short-term financial security on a revised contract. It's a fair point. Lenoir's contributions on the field can't be understated. The 49ers have already taken care of their most pressing contract needs this offseason by reworking the deal for left tackle Trent Williams, giving them a bit more breathing room as they consider their financial strategy. With $71.7 million in cap space available, the front office has the flexibility to reward Lenoir sooner rather than later. However, while that number looks enticing, it's worth noting that much of that cap space is likely to be rolled over into 2027. The organization has rising personnel costs, and they need to be judicious about how they allocate funds moving forward. Lenoir is set to count $8.9 million against the cap in 2026, a figure that skyrockets to $23.8 million in 2027. Restructuring his extension could not only provide Lenoir with much-needed security, but also help the 49ers manage their long-term financial commitments more effectively. This is a delicate balancing act for the front office, and it's one that will require careful consideration as they navigate the complexities of the salary cap. As fans, we understand the importance of keeping our key players happy and secure. Lenoir's rise within the defense has been impressive, and rewarding him could send a positive message throughout the locker room about how the franchise values its contributors. It's a move that could solidify our defensive backfield as we look to continue our push for the playoffs and beyond. In conclusion, the potential for a revised contract for Deommodore Lenoir is not just about numbers. It's about recognizing talent and building a cohesive team culture. This is the kind of decision that can define a franchise's commitment to its players, and it's one that we will be watching closely as the offseason progresses. Now, what are your thoughts on this situation? Do you think the 49ers should prioritize extending Lenoir's contract, or should they focus on other pressing needs? Comment below and let's discuss. And remember, if you want to stay updated on all things 49ers, subscribe to our channel for the latest news and insights.